Hello YouTube, it's CJ here, and what you're looking at is it's a painting that I'm doing in regard to a challenge that Peta Thompson over on YouTube presented from the Krazy Island Family to do 100 circles, actually paint 100 circles in 100 days, and this is where I am in process. She's also located on YouTube as Miss Lady, Miss Lady Petal Creations. So you might check out her channel. She's got some great videos on there. Right now I'm at a point in which I'm several days into this. We started this back in June. You can see pretty much there in the circle where I've gessoed several of the circles I'm getting ready to paint. And I've used, this is a, Westcott template for making circles. Really love that. I mean, I can make a pretty good circle, but not as good as a template. So anyway, that's one of my tools. I'm also using the acrylic paint by Deco Art and just brushes that I have on hand. These acrylics are just wonderful. I love it where they're plastic and you don't have to worry about paint falling off of them. Okay, so I'm going to set this down and I'm going to show you one of the next steps I'm going to do, and then I think I'll paint a circle if there's time. Also do a little chatting about some different things. I'm going to take my template and come in with another design. I did go ahead and gesso this area. The paint that's underneath is also acrylic applied with a sponge, and it really and truly bleeds through, so you absolutely must gesso. Let's see here. I'm going to put this, that's about too big. Let's try this one. Where are we? There we go. Let's try this one. I just randomly will make up designs. I'm not after anything particular other than just to find something that's kind of pleasing. And I don't want anything that's super big in there. I've been trying to make the designs different for each of the circles, but you know that may be getting kind of difficult, especially when we end up with about 100 of them. So anyway, at this point I think I'm going to go just like that, and then I'll do a dividing line in there like that, and like so. Oops. Alright, no problem. I can always fix that. Teeny tiny minor adjustment. Well, let's see here. I've had several questions come up in regard to some of my videos. I know I had many of them about asking about whether or not I'm working for Deco Arts. No, I'm not. I am part of their Helping Hands program, but I'm not getting paid for anything that they are seeing in regard to my videos. I just enjoy doing this, and I think that it's good to let people know what supplies that you're using. I haven't always done that, and I found in a couple of the different videos that I've watched that it really is pretty nice to know what people are painting with. I like the Deco Arts personally simply because, well, they're also Americana paint, and we get that here locally probably more than any of the other paints. I mean, you can find some of the aunties occasionally, and some of the something barrel paints. But I always come back to the Americana. I like the way it spreads, and I like the way it covers. So it's just kind of a personal favorite. Let's see, that was one question. What else is going on? I had a question in regard to if I'm still working as a teacher. The answer is no. I am retired. I have been retired since 2004, and I really love retirement, although I did love teaching. I stay probably just as busy, if not busier, now that I'm retired, but in a different way. It's more of a time to just enjoy life. Sometimes I will do some private lessons. I've done work at the children's centers and senior centers, and I just kind of just try to have a good time with life. I don't worry too much about anything. Life's too short to get all upset and irritated by things that go on, although I think most of you already know that. Okay, let's see how we're doing there. Let's see, let's go a little further here. Somebody had asked one time, why don't you ever show your face on YouTube? Well, there's a great reason for that. I'd hate to scare somebody into a coma or shock them to death. About 4 years ago, I went to the dentist, and I had a dental implant put in, and within just a very short time, my jaw, about an inch down from my eye, developed a little, I guess you'd call it a little bruised area about the size of a dime. It didn't hurt. It wasn't sore. It wasn't like a blemish. It was just there. So I didn't think too much about it. Let's see, that was probably right around the first of the year. And then I got to looking in the mirror, and I thought, I'm going to keep track of this with photographs. So I started taking pictures, and over a period of, I don't know, maybe 6 months, I noticed that this spot kind of was growing. I mean, it was getting bigger. It went from dime size to quarter. And I thought, I better get in to see a dermatologist. Well, guess what? I know what it is. And they did all kinds of biopsies, they did all kinds of tests, and they're just going, we have no idea what that is. I went back to my family doctor, and he said, it's always nice to have a second opinion. Why don't you try another doctor? And so he sent me to another doctor. And I just really thought, well, this doctor's with the university, and they're going to know more. And I was with this doctor for probably a year and a half. And one day she says to me, we don't know what this is. And by this time, this spot is down, probably even with my mouth. And it looks almost like a burn if you look at it pretty close. So I thought, well, she doesn't know what it is either. Where am I going to go from there? I ask all the usual questions like, okay, is this something that I have to worry about being cancerous and losing half of my face sometime in the future? And she says, no. She says, with the skin, there's a lot of different things that come up that we just don't know what they are. Well, since that time period, I have probably been to, at least 9 or 10 doctors, different kinds of doctors, allergists, blood specialists, just you name it, I've probably been to it. They'll just shake their head and say, well, we don't know what it is. Well, the funny thing is, I looked in the mirror last night, and I thought, I haven't taken a picture of this thing in a long time. Let's see how it's changed. So I compared the picture with some that were, I don't know, maybe 2 months old. And sure enough, it has grown some more. It's just almost down to my bottom of my jaw. So, I don't know. I think 1/2 of my body is going to end up with the red streak that, well, it really bothers some people when I go out in public. And for others, they just kind of, give you that funny eye. I had a lot of comments with kids and that type of thing, so I just basically try to ignore it. I don't worry about it too much anymore. It doesn't cause me any pain. I keep it covered when I go out in the sun. But that's basically why I'm not going to show my face. It's not that I'm all that proud. I'm just average Joe Blow here that likes to do artwork. So, anyway, what can we do here? How about if I put just little circles in a couple of places, just to add some variation. There we go. So anyway, I'm about done with the circle for today. I'll try to do either 1 or 2 a day, depending upon my time I have available. And this will be a good one to call done here in just a moment. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Oops. And my wonderful marker is picking up paint, but that's okay. We can always fix it. So I thank you for watching, and you have a great day now. Bye-bye.